Hello everyone, I'm back. Good morning. Today is Monday morning, August 1st. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's August already. Yeah, so August for teachers is kind of like a one big long Sunday. So we're just gonna plow ahead. All right, so I am making pockets to go in the ocean journal. I have made the gusseted envelope. I've made the mail slot envelope, and today I'm going to make what I have thought about is a big pocket with lots of little pockets on either side. So let me show you what I have. So here's the ocean journal. And it's got, some signatures. Here's the gusseted pocket, the gusseted envelope that I made. And I am going to sew this in and then glue it down. I changed the closure because I wasn't happy with the red string or how that was looking. So I put an eyelet in there, and I have a more kind of seafoam green kind of closure here for it. And I can put a charm hanging down from there. And there's the second signature. And then here is the sewn slot pocket here. And I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you can see the pattern of the paper through the inked tracing paper. And that's one side. So I sewed around the slot, which is made from some file folder. I sewed around the edges. I added some trim. And here is the back slot. And I did reinforce that with some washi tape and sewed around it. So I get, once again, that will get sewn into the signature. And then I will glue it closed. So today, the next pocket is going to go in between the third and the fourth signature. So let's move this to one side. And I have gathered up some things. I have some scraps of that same inked tracing paper that I used for that first pocket. I have some scraps from the paper pad that are coordinating. So I've got wimbrels or curlews and some shells, the lighthouse, and I guess that's just water. I've got the clams and the bubbles. I've got some fishies and another one with fishies on the back. I have some envelopes that I bubble printed with coffee and the distress inks. And I think what I'd like to do, that's a really good one, is turn these into pockets. And I'm going to replace the windows with some inked tracing paper. I don't think I'll use all of them. I have to decide which ones I'm going to do. And those are all going to be the pockets. And this is what I'm going to use for the main structure of the pocket. I'm just going to clear away a little bit of this mess. Okay. So I'm going to have to first cut this down to size. So I need it to be 7 1/4 tall. And I think I'm going to have the seals showing. 7 1/4 tall and 10 wide. So I guess it's not really, kind of is directional. That looks like the straight up way to me. So I need it to be 7 1/4 this way. Oh, that's right. This is the direction that 7 1/4 is not quite right because of the fold. So let's look here. Let's do 7. 7 1/4. Where's 7 1/4? That's 7 1/4 right there. Yep, that's looking at like 7 1/4 to me. Maybe a little bit more that way. There we go. That looks like 7 1/4. This ruler is a little annoying because the 0 line isn't the end of the steel. But I've got it. I've got it. Okay, 7 1/4 tall. And then 10 wide. I think I'll cut off the side. 10 wide. Cutting off the little seal bodies. Well, sorry guys. Okay, so there's our basic shape. And I'm gonna fold this in half. Get it as lined up as possible. Okie dokie. Oh, look at those cute little faces. Love them. Bone folder that down. And then I'm going to round the corners like that. And I'm going to do a thumb hole punch. I don't want to do a big wide punch because I don't want to cut his little head off. So I'm just going to use this one and put it in that deep so that I don't cut his little face off. Maybe I will trim those corners a little so it's more of a smooth transition. Like that. There we go. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that is my base. This is actually a pretty simple pocket. It's going to be a side loading pocket. And then I'm going to have some pockets on the sides here. So let's look at the front side here. I want to use the scraps. So I don't really want to cover all their little faces. They're so cute. Okay, so maybe I will do one. Where are the fishies? Who has the fishies? Here's some fishies. So seals eat fishies. So I would like to make sure that the seals have some food. So I think I'll do, it's going to be layered. So I think I'll do one just like that. So I can see their little faces. I can see their little faces. Maybe I'll just cut this down a smidge off the top here. No, let's do the width first. Get the width right. Where's my pencil? I think I'll do it that wide. And then I'll cut it to length, the right height. There we go. Okay. I think it wants to go this way. And then I'm just gonna take a little smidge off the bottom here so that we don't cover up that last seal's face. And that. Okay. He's like peeking around. Ooh, fish. Did somebody say fish? Let me get my thumb hole. So I'm going to do this as a top loading pocket. Like that. I will ink the edges, but I haven't decided with what yet. And then I'm going to do another little one going across here. And I think, do I want to do the lighthouse? Or do I want to do something else? some seashells. I think I'm going to do some seashells here. And that's not really directional. So if I go like that high. So I'm really just letting the paper, I'm not doing measurements. I'm just kind of doing whatever seems to fit aesthetically. I lost my mark. There it is. I'm not very good with measurements. I mean, I do have the base as a set measurement, the 7 1/4 by 10. But other than that, the rest of the structures, I really am just kind of winging it. Okay, so that can go like that. So I need to cut a little bit off the end there. And take the divot out for a thumb hole. And so that one's going to go like that. So I've got 2 layers there. I could probably do another one right here and not cover up any faces, and that might help with some contrast. How about some of these clams? This already has a fold. I want some overlap, like maybe like that. All right, so let's see if I just cut this fold. And I guess these are really, you could say these are more tucks than proper pockets. So I could bring that down a bit. That's going to go like that. And then I could have this. Do I want to bring something down here? No, because I want those little seal faces to show. Maybe I do need something. I could do like a little band like that. Like that, and then something can tuck in from the side. So maybe I will cut it. I want the little seals face to show at the bottom. There we go. And I think I'm going to use the Uncharted Mariner because it's nice and dark. And I think it will help tie everything together. Okay, so let's ink. And then we'll do the envelope pockets on the back side. Okay, so there's that. You think I should round these corners? I don't know. I'm going to ink them, put them down, and then we can look and see, do we want rounded corners? So how are you all? I hope you're all well. I hope you had a good weekend. I think we had a fairly low-key weekend. Oh, we had some friends over for dinner last night. We all sat out in the back. It was so lovely. It was really low humidity, and we just had a lovely time. It was a really simple kind of burgers cookout kind of a thing. Super simple and good company and lovely. And it's been so dry here. And we've all been wanting rain. And it rained overnight. But unfortunately, with the rain, the humidity is back. And then let's see. My son has a couple days off from work, so he and his buddies just sailed off to one of the nearby islands. So they're going to spend a couple days on the sailboat and on the island. Pretty cool lifestyle those kids live. And yeah, so that's where we are. I have a meeting this week. Okay, so do I glue this down or do I wait? That's gonna go in there. It's gonna go in here. I think I can find something narrow. Oh, I have to sneeze. Hold on. Oh, pardon me. Tuck one in like that, or actually could tuck it in from that side. That might be cute too. All right, we're gonna go for it and we're gonna glue it down. My art glitter glue. I'm gonna do 3 sides. Oops, I guess I need to remember to refill this already. Yeah, oh, I have a school meeting this week. So it's kind of feels like the beginning of the end. It's okay. It's all good. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Okay, I really like this Uncharted Mariner. It's a good color. Okay, and then so then this one's gonna go down, get glued down on 3 sides. So I'm gonna do this video, and then I will do a separate video for the last pocket, and then I will work on stuff to go in the pockets, ephemera to go in the pockets. And when I bubble dyed stuff, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have a playlist for this journal in which I show you how I bubble dyed all the papers. And the bubble dyeing was entirely inspired by Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. Let's see, just at the top and the bottom for this one. So yeah, so I also did the envelopes and a whole bunch of like index cards and tags and things. So those bases are already are going to have continuity with this. So I'm going to use those. And I want to use those fibers that I picked out at the beginning as well. I did one on the pocket. And I think I'm going to do one on whatever card I make to go in here. I'll have the card have some fiber along that edge. So it'll peek out of the side of the book, but it'll be part of whatever goes in here. So that's cute. I like that. It probably needs, you know, maybe a little cluster or something. Maybe a cluster right here. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, so I would like to alter an envelope or 2 to have, like, I really like this one. Oh, it's not quite the right size. Is this one the right size to go this way? Okay, this one's the right size to go this way. So we could do a layered envelope like this. I think I'm going to cut the back off of this. I need to keep I don't want to do too much samey from one page to the next. I would like there to be a variety. So you turn the page and you go, oh, look at that. How interesting is that to look at? Okay. So this could actually go like this. And do we think this wants to be, look at the little seals peeking through. Oh, that's so cute. Do we want it to, I think we want this to be top loading. And it looks to me like if I cut the flap off, that will fit pretty darn perfectly. Yep. So let's do that. Let's cut this flap off. Oh, it's hot and humid again. It was so nice there for a couple of days. It was never, the heat never dissipated, but the humidity had dissipated for a couple of days, and it's back, and it's just killer. That's good for stamping. I'll save that. Okay, and then I need to know, so it's got to be, gotta cut it to length. I don't know, do we want it to be full 7? Probably not, especially if it's going to be top loading. Should I do it like that so we can see their little faces? They're so cute. I just love seals. That one's peeking out the side. Or I could, yep, I could do that. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right here. Like that. Again, another good stamping bit. Okay, so I also want to see, I have some inked tracing paper. I can just back that. So let's see, can we, how easily can we pull off this plastic? Without destroying. I think the first time I did this, it had just kind of fallen off because I had gotten it wet and had, when I tea dyed it, and then had, oh, it's coming off right. And then I dried it in the oven, so between having it wet and then drying it in the oven, it got all wrinkled and crinkled, and it kind of came off of its own volition. But it's coming off okay. Okay, how's this? A little edge left. This one is coming off okay, but there's still some bits on there, and I'm just thinking if I glue it down to the plastic, is that going to be secure? I think it'll be secure. It'll be fine. Oh. It's so hard to see. I'm kind of relying on the shininess. Sorry. All right, let's just glue it down. I think I've got all the bits that are easy to get off. So let's just take a look here. I could just glue the whole thing down, but I'm going to try and preserve as much as I can because I really like how it came out. Okay. So then, just straighten that out a smidge. And I like how one's a little bit clearer, one's a little bit darker. So let me just go around this with glue. Like so. That art glitter glue is pretty good about sticking to almost everything. There we go. Let me get my smoother card. And voila. Oh, so sorry, I'm sniffling now. Okay, so that will go in this direction, like that. And then I think I'm going to do another one across the bottom, like this. So let me cut this one down as well. And I think I want it to be I want to just do that. Yeah, maybe we just want to do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut it to here and here. And look, we still get that little face peeking out at us. So I'm just going to cut it down this way and this way. And then I will take a sliver off this edge and a sliver off this edge. And that. Maybe I'll move that right to the edge there and move this here. Maybe I'm going to do it this way. Do it that way. Yes. Like that. And I want to replace, can I use this piece? Ha ha ha, look at that. That's going to work out perfectly. So I'm going to take the plastic off of this envelope window and I will replace it with my inked. Oh, you know what? I wonder. Oh, it's still sticky. I had this transparent overhead paper they tried inking, and I love how it came out, but it's super sticky. Like, it's just icky feeling. I've got to figure out if I can seal that somehow, because that would really be a perfect window, wouldn't it? So I gotta maybe, I don't know, spray it or gel medium it or something to seal up the ink. I just used the Distress ink, and it's supposed to be an inkjet printable overhead transparency that someone was throwing out at work. And I scooped it up thinking, oh, I can try to use that. And I thought because it was an inkjet printable one that I would be able to just spray the inks. But they've never dried properly, and it's just kind of sticky icky. All right, so let's replace the window here. It's not gonna fit with this little tear. Let's cut this tear down. There we go. Like that. It's gonna work perfectly. And then we can glue this stuff. Oh, I should probably ink the edges with the Uncharted Mariner. I keep wanting to call it the Distressed Mariner. It's Uncharted Mariner. Uncharted Mariner. Because, you know, it's a distress ink and mariners can be in distress. I don't know. It's made a little spot for itself in my brain already, so. There we go. Et voila. Okay, so we're going to bring that down. I want these seals' little faces peeking out. Like that. And like that. So that'll be a top, ouch, top loading pocket. I'll put a thumb hole there. I'm gonna have one big down there, and that will be also a top loading pocket like that. Okay, so let me let me trim this. See a little bit of the paper. I think I'm just gonna trim this down a smidge as well. And I'm going to do the shallowest of thumb holes. It's still a little smushy damp. So a little cardstock behind that will help. And I've got my Uncharted Mariner. It's a very juicy pad. Distress ink, and I'm just going to go around the edges here very lightly. Oh, you know what? I probably should have done the holes, but that's okay. And then, which way did I say? Did I say I wanted it up this way? Or this way? I think I want it this way. And then I'll do a divot. Where'd my little scrap paste go? On the thicker edge. Like that. And I will ink that. And then we can glue it on. And then we're pretty much done with the structure. I'm not going to decorate, I don't think I'm going to decorate it right away because I need to see it. I think I need to get everything sewn in, and then I will see what kinds of embellishments we want. And then I also might just need to have like a cluster making session too, because I have to think about what I'm going to do for clusters, for embellishments. Okay, I like having that there with the little faces peeking out, and that there. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to sew around this and then, oh, maybe I glue it and then sew it. All right, so I'll glue it down with you here, and then I will sew it around. And when I do the next pocket, I will start that video by showing you the finished sewn around bit, because my sewing machine, I can't film my sewing. I don't bring it over here, but I'm going to put this down, and then I will sew it, and I will let you see the sewn thing. So where are all my little faces? I want to get all my little faces peeking out. Oh, look, I got a little face there too. It's a little bit puckered, but that's okay. It'll make it easier to get stuff in and out, and it gives it a nice little, can you hear that? Nice little crunchy sound. And then I'm going to go around and do this. Like that. And just line that up at the bottom so that I don't lose any of my peekaboo faces. And there we go. So I will sew this around, and I will show you what it looks like at the beginning of the next pocket video. So thank you so much for hanging out and crafting with me. I hope you are all well. If you could, please click like and then subscribe, ring the bell. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay safe. Have a good day, folks. Bye-bye.